from the streets of Cincinnati, welcome to the jungle! Let's go. Stripes, 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 yeah, stripes, 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 yeah. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and stripes. Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Dingle stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounds, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move dancing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em, bingo bottle, never stop it till the beast of feasting on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move dancing on? Now who wanna move on? All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh my God, we're 3 days away from playing in the Super Bowl. I cannot wait. Okay, sorry I'm a little late. I've been working a lot of hours. I actually fell asleep, and then Kerean calls me and say, "Hey, we're going to do the show." I'm like, "Oh, crap. Yeah, we got to go to the show." So set it up. So that's why I'm like 4 minutes late. So since you're here, do me a favor. Hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,497 subscribers. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you're watching Twitter or Facebook and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Please go to Sports with Strawberry Ice on YouTube, hit the subscription button, hit the bell for notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube chat, we're doing super chats. So if you want to make sure that your chat or your comment gets read, or you just want to support what I'm doing, I greatly appreciate it. So give me a super chat. And then, as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. So I got to say what's up to everybody in the chat. Richard, Haas, Jamar, Joe, what's going on, guys? Nice to see you. Glad you guys could make it. Like I said, it was my fault that I forgot. I didn't forget. I remember I did the show. I just fell asleep. Working nights, man. It's rough sometimes. Anyway, I was watching Fox 19, and Trisha Mackey's out there in Los Angeles, and she's out there doing just live hits of what's going on there with the fan zone and stuff. And it brought back memories of last year for me when me and my wife went down to Tampa and went through the fan zone out there. I mean, it's similar, it's kind of the same stuff. There's a couple different things, obviously a different venue, but it's pretty cool. And it's just it's getting closer and closer and closer to Jackpot Joey Burrow and Cincinnati Bengals playing in the Super Bowl. I cannot wait. Now, I meant to put this video on the show today, but again, like I said, I fell asleep. But did you guys check out my Facebook page or my Twitter or my Instagram and check out this the silly little chant that me and Matty Myers did for the Bengals? We added Jackpot Joey into it. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on my Twitter feed, it's on Facebook, and it's on Instagram. All right, now I know people have been asking me to get this guy back on the show because he's a crazy, crazy dude from Boston that loves his LSU Tigers and loves his new fandom of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's none other than Kerean. What up, Kerean?
Let's go. Who they, baby?
Man, I'm glad you called me.
Bro, here's the thing. I was like, maybe he's just forgot I'm on, so I'll tune into the show or whatever. So I thought I'd text you, and then you.
Kerean's like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch the show. What?
I watch it every day, so
I appreciate that. Now, see, Crown, who's a loyal viewer of our show, knows what's about to happen with you being on the show now. He said the show's is rated R. So, with that in mind, Kerean, let her rip. The Bengals, the Cincinnati Bengals of Joe Burrow not gonna be able to start the season because of his knee. Of the Jamar Chase can't catch the ball. Of they're gonna win 4 games this year.
should have picked O-line. Jamar was a bad
O-line.
pick. Why did
All
you
that.
draft a kicker? Joe's knees. Oh, Joe's the 1 year. Nah, I've had enough of it, bro. Since 2018, I've been told Joe ain't shit. Jamar ain't that good. Justin Jefferson was a 2-star recruit. Thaddeus Moss was a transfer from NC State. Don't want to hear that bullshit. Been dealing with it for 3-4 fucking years now. And I got to hear it again in the pros where he's already proven that he's never lost a playoff game in college or the pros. He's now in the Super Bowl. He is so good looking. His postcode is 2FLY. Do you understand what I'm saying? A man does not let pressure get to him. He is so laid back. His passport photo was done in landscape perspective. Do you understand how good this guy is?
I was watching they did a video on the Bengals website. I saw it on Facebook, and it was about Joe Burrow's comeback and everything, and how centered he was. How he pretty much goes, I don't want a lot of glitz glamour. I didn't want a lot of cameras around. I kind of just wanted to be by myself a lot and take it all on myself and everything. And they went through the beginning of the year, like in August, where he's like, yeah, it's not this first couple of days of training camp where I don't feel myself yet. I'm not sure what's going on. And then it started clicking. And then it started clicking. And then it started clicking. Then the knee brace comes off. And it is an absolute awesome video. And he's just like, we're here. Why don't we just win the whole damn thing? I'm like, yes!
And the second that knee brace come off, we saw some of that 2019 magic scrambling out of pockets. He's leaving defenders for dust. They're grabbing at him like they're grabbing at a ghost in Scooby-Doo. When they scare Shaggy out of his shoes? This is what these defenders look like. They are grabbing at thin air. They can't get Joe. Yeah, the O-line might be a little bit rickety this year, but this man is Houdini. He escapes pockets like loose change escapes pockets. Do you understand how good this guy is?
Exactly. Let's get to Richard's comment here. And he said, Jeff, ESPN has been dogging us, saying Cincinnati Bengals don't have a chance in Super Bowl 56. They must be sleeping on us. And the question for me is, everybody keeps talking about, how are we going to, what are we going to do against their defense? With Von Miller and Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and all that stuff. My question is, what are they going to do about our defense? Because our defense shut down
What are they
Kansas
going to
City.
do about Trey? What are they going to do about DJ? What are they going to do about Hubbard? What are they going to do about Wilson? What are they going to do about Bates, Bell, Chidobe? Fuck it.
Exactly.
Eli Apple plays good sometimes too.
Hey, Eli Apple's played pretty good. I mean, he's made some pretty good plays, and
That dude is about as consistent as English weather, though. I am just putting that out there. He is a great player when he is a great player, but there's sometimes where he doesn't just put up. But Richard said it best. This is the new ESPN, especially soft pussy network. They need to stop talking shit on the Bengals, stop giving jobs to fucking Cowhead and Stephen A and these absolute shitbags full of hot air. No one cares about ESPN no more. This is the Bengals takeover, buddy.
Exactly. And that's saying we said this a couple of times this week on the show that like legitimately this is the beginning of our run. This is the beginning of something huge because let's just go to what how Gronkowski has came out and said if he plays next year, the quarterback he wants to play with is jackpot Joey Burrow. Kerean, that's going to happen across the league. How many veterans who have made their money, can still play or whatever, but haven't got that ring are going to go, you know, that guy, that number right behind me, that guy. I'm going to go play with that guy. How many of those
good
guys
are you when a guy played with Tom Brady his entire career, the GOAT, just the best quarterback who's ever played the game. He's only ever played with that guy, and he's like, yeah, I want to play with Joe Burrow. Look, Gronk is one of the best tight ends who ever lived. And when it comes to football, real, recognize real, game, recognize game, baller, recognize baller. Come on, man.
Exactly. Now, Haas here says Chase is due, right? Gotta be. Look, if Jalen Ramsey, I'm praying he follows him. I don't think he's going to because he doesn't normally do that. And he's talking like he's going to. I'm praying that he follows him and he goes one-on-one because I'm sorry, Jamar has killed everybody who's ever tried to go one-on-one with him this year. And that's some really good quarterbacks too.
They got him open. It took until midway through the third quarter, but he started getting open on double coverage. And they said in the interview, they said to I think it was in the mic'd up when you heard Jamar, there's like, you double covered. He's like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because he knows if he's double covered, that's everyone else open. Jamar is not a selfish guy.
No.
If he's not eating, someone on the team is. If he's not eating, Higgins is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why T. Higgins had a great game last week. And I kind of feel bad for T because everybody keeps talking about Jamar. T had a really good game against Kansas City last week. So did TB.
Yeah, both of those guys went off.
And that's what could happen in the Super Bowl. And that's where I keep saying, everybody keeps talking about, well, what are you going to do about Aaron Donald this and Aaron Donald that and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, I understand. Aaron Donald could possibly be the best player in football. I understand that. But you're also talking about a team that went into Tennessee, got sacked 9 times, which I don't want to get sacked 9 times again, but I'm saying this happened. Got sacked 9 times and still beat them. And their front four is just as good as
still
the
won,
Rams.
bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to hear this. We're not going to win.
People talking this rubbish as well. Nonsense about our home field advantage. Like, we didn't go into Tennessee, shut them motherfuckers down. Like, we didn't walk into Arrowhead. They're talking about, this is the loudest stadium in the NFL. Oh, we do this weird Native American chant. Oh, we're the loudest stadium. What happened, bro? You scored 3 points in the second fucking half of the game. Are you dizzy? You come and talk about, it's loud. Bro, right. LA fans,
that's
no matter what team they are fair weather fans. They're only supporting the Rams when the Rams are doing good. They're only supporting the Lakers when fucking LeBron shows up. These fans are soft as baby shit, bruv. I know one Rams fan. He's a good dude, but the rest of that fan base, fire.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I keep saying is they keep talking about the Rams defense. I'm like, the Bengals defense and Lou and remember are not getting any credit. I'm like, they went into Arrowhead and shut them down. They scored 3 points in the second half, and they did that twice to them. So, I mean, if they could do that to Kansas City, they sure as hell could do it to the Rams. And, you know, Matthew Stafford, I'm sorry, is going to throw us a pick or two. You know, we've won a turnover battle. You say 3. There you go. We've won a turnover battle in every single game. I think we're going to do it again because, I think we have the better quarterback. Matthew Stafford is a good quarterback. He's going to give you the ball. The sucky Niners should have intercepted a couple picks there against them last or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he notoriously, when any pressure gets to him, he gets pretty rattled and he starts throwing the balls out a bit too quickly, starts throwing picks and really stupid decisions. We've seen that from him. And as much as he's a veteran and he can remain composed, once he starts getting hit, he's going to make mistakes. And Eli Apple's going to get an interception. Jesse Bates is going to get an interception. Von Bell might even have an interception. This team is ready to pounce on him. And those guys over the middle of the field, like Logan Wilson, shit, even Jermaine Pratt's showing up. These guys are going to go out there and they're going to ball. But I'm going to say exactly what I said earlier on the Full 10 Yards podcast. Bengals are going to have a bad first half. It's how it's been all year. We're going to have a bad second half. I'm going to have 30, 40 people tweeting me at halftime saying, hey, I need words from the gospel of Joe Burrow. Tell me what Jackpot Joey can do. Tell me how good this man is. And I'll just readjust my shades. Say, Joey's got it, baby. I ain't stressed.
Exactly. And then I completely agree with you on that because, and I'll put it this way. This is how big, and I've said this multiple times on the show this week. That's how big a play that tackle Eli Apple had on Tyreek Hill going to the first half. Because, Kerean, honestly, if they score there, we might not be talking about us going to the Super Bowl. I mean, that would be a huge lead to overcome. But you keep it close, which they've done in every game, we definitely got a shot at winning this thing. Now Natty here says, man, the AFC Conference has 13 teams that are going to compete for a playoff spot, meaning next year. Which, yeah, it's true. They had that this year. And the thing is, Natty, what I'm excited about is the Bengals are going to add people. You know, they're going to have these veteran guys who want to come here and play. They're going to fix this offensive line. I really, truly believe they're going to fix it. I think they would have fixed it last year, but you got Jamar Chase and everybody, and now everybody sees why me and this guy were so excited about getting him. So,
and you got free agents who are going to want to come.
Exactly.
Straight up. I think you should also trade your first round pick for a good offensive lineman. I don't think that's out of the question doing that.
Yeah, they could. But like I said, I haven't even really started looking at the draft at all. You looked at it more than I have.
That's all I've done.
Right.
Literally all I've done for the past month. It's killing me.
I've been just on a Super Bowl the whole time. So, all right, let's see here. Richard says, I think they're sleeping on Joe Mixon, where he will have a big game, and that opens up the receivers too. Yeah. And Mixon, I think he's undergraded again for the impact he actually had against Kansas City. I know he didn't, at first he couldn't run, but eventually it broke him down. But it was he was more effective in the screen game and the passing game. He had some big chunk plays there on that screen game. So I think it's going to be a lot more like that too. But I agree with Richard that I think Mixon's the key to this thing. And I think tight ends, hopefully CJ can play. You know, they got to do something a little different to get them off of a wide receivers. Once you get their heads looking at somebody else, then you hit them with the wide receivers, and we're gone.
Yeah, and Jalen Ramsey is the crown jewel of that secondary. So if you can pick him out and make sure that you're only ever getting him one-on-one with your best guy, which is Jamar Chase. Sorry, the Boyd and Higgins. They're obviously absolutely stupendous guys, but you know what I mean?
Right.
It's Jalen Ramsey. So, and Jamar Chase is incredible. So just isolate Jalen Ramsey. Make sure Chase is taking... This isn't, Jalen Ramsey's taking the attention of Jamar Chase. No, my friend. We are taking Jalen Ramsey out of the equation using our wide receivers.
Right. Exactly.
Because that motherfucker is good. Let me tell you right now, DBs are one of my specialities. He is as close to as perfect as you can get for a corner. He's just exceptional at every level. And he has the one thing that all elite corners has, and that's he's a really good tackler. So if we can isolate him on Jamar Chase, I think Jamar will be happy with 3 catches for 30 yards if we win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so,
and TV go off. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Get out there. Chase can put Ramsey on an island or whatever, and then you've got the rest of the Migos. You've got Joe Mixon, who really not getting enough credit, being a guy running behind a pretty terrible offensive line. Oh my God, bring him on camera.
What's this?
Still finished third in yards, and the dog, the dog,
Love it.
the
The
dog is
dog. I
ready.
see
He's
it.
got his little Bengal scarf on. You getting camera shy, bro? Yeah, he's ready, man. He's ready. Give me a kiss.
He's ready.
Thanks, bud.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, let's get to Haas's comment here. He said, can Kerean give the team a Zoom pep talk before the game or something? That would be epic and would definitely work.
I think Sam Hubbard's too wholesome for all my swearing.
I don't know. I don't think Strawberry doesn't have that kind of connection. I mean, hell, I've been nothing against you. I love you. I'm glad you came on the show. I have a hard time getting people on the show this week because like everybody's like, oh, I'm on this show or I'm on this show or I'm going to the Super Bowl. I'm like, you guys suck. I'm not on anybody's show and I'm not going to the Super Bowl.
And I did 2 shows today, but unfortunately, I'm not going to the Super Bowl. And tomorrow's back down to reality because I'm back on the draft guide tomorrow morning for another like 5-6 hours. I just got to write down my notes.
Exactly. And that when after this, like after we win the Super Bowl and we get done with the party and everything, we will definitely be having Kerean on here and we will do a deep dive into the draft for sure.
We can break down all the important plays.
Exactly. All right. Natty, the LA Rams have a bunch of names and their depth doesn't compare to the Bengals. And that's a great point. I said that, me and Zim said that last week. And that's the thing, is they have big names. But who else? You know? There are holes in this team, that's what I keep trying to tell everybody. I mean, yes, they have Hall of Fame players, but you can't have, it's hard to have 4 or 5 Hall of Fame players, or 2 or 3, I should say, and the rest of them aren't that much, you know? So that's where I think the Bengals are a more complete team, again, except for the offensive line. They got us there. I know that. That's where I think that we have them. And offensively, I think we're more talented altogether than the Rams. I mean, you got Cooper Kupp and you got OBJ. And then you got their running back who's coming off a torn Achilles, which is remarkable. He's done great. But who else do they have? They got Matthew Stafford who's going to throw you the ball.
Sony Michel's all right. Like he showed up for the Patriots, but only in the postseason, and he's done okay for the Rams. And you know, I put all that stress on Cam Akers. You know that he's running behind a very good line, but that's a lot of stress to put on a guy who's not long come back from an injury. So they're going to have to lean on both guys, and Sony Michel isn't that type of back. And like, yeah, sometimes, don't get me wrong, he shows up and he balls out, but it's not an everyday thing for him. It's not like he's even less consistent than Eli Apple. Would you believe it? Because he showed up the whole postseason, but Sony Michel hasn't really been there. But when you get to those big threats, you've got Cooper Kupp, who looks Amish. I'm pretty sure he's never going to be able to use a telephone because they're not allowed electricity. I don't know what it is unless what's that thing they do when they're 16 when they go get really fucking drunk for a week? Whatever that is. So you got the Amish dude who's great in the open field, but that's why we've got guys like Logan Wilson, guys like Cheeto who can come down and put a press on him and maybe contain it. You've got OBJ who's going to be the deep threat all game. You're going to have to look for baits to get over the top of him, maybe a corner underneath him. Keep him bracketed because if he gets deep, it's trouble for us. He is an exceptional wide receiver. He went to the best university in college football, so I kind of understand why he's so good. And then obviously on that line, you got another big LSU boy, Jason Whitworth. He's an absolute beast on that line. But like I said, we've got Trey. We've got like Larry O. We've missing him, for sure. Larry O.
But BJ Hill has stepped up big time for us in Larry O's absence. Yeah.
Bengals really have gone next man up mentality. And if you remember in 2017, when the Eagles got to the Super Bowl, they were the underdog. But do you know the biggest thing they had, which took them over the top with the New England Patriots? Depth.
Rush.
They had positional depth, especially on defense. Now, the Bengals have positional depth everywhere besides offensive linemen because we know the situation. I don't need to go over it. But every single position and every single level, you've got depth. You've got Mixon. P. Ryan absolutely balled out in the Chiefs game. You've got Boyd, Higgins. Shit, even Trent Taylor turned up for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
that was hella good for a dude who's like
how good a call was that? Brian Callahan knew it was
perfect
good
call.
before they even the ball snapped. He was celebrating before he even snapped. If you watch that video,
And the funny thing is, do you remember preseason there was the Bengals practice at PBS that you could go watch?
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you remember, but they were doing goal line drills from the 5, and they ran that exact route just mirrored. They ran that exact play just mirrored on the other side of the field to Trent Taylor for a grab on a 2-point conversion drill. So that was not just something they pulled out their ass. Make
No,
no mistake, Bengals have been working on that play for 18, 19 weeks.
that's literally the. I think I read somewhere that's literally the only play that they have for Trent Taylor. That plays specifically for him, and that's
But
it.
that's what he's for.
Right,
Rub routes,
exactly,
little
yeah.
unders,
But
quick
to
stuff
me-
you can get him to.
To me, that shows the depth and the coaching ability of Brian Callahan and Zach Taylor to have one play, and you wait, and you wait all year to use it, and use it in the perfect time to tie that game up in the AFC Championship game. That is, they've had that in their back pocket all year, working on it, and they actually use it, and it works to perfection. To me, that is what makes Zach Taylor a really, I'm not gonna say great coach yet. He's getting there. Win Super Bowl, I think he's gonna be a great coach. A really, really good coach right now. Now, I'll get to Brandon's comment here. I said, I don't know if there's a QB in the league that could play as well as Joey B has behind this line. And then Richard says, if the Bengals can get ahead of the Rams in points, like 2 touchdowns, and their foot on their neck, I don't think they will do well from behind.
They
They gotta get help. Yeah. I kind of disagree with that. I mean, yes, I would love Joe Burrow has come out and said that he wants to get ahead, and take off. They haven't done that yet. They haven't really done that all year. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they haven't. There's the only.
We're a second half team.
We're a second half
team. Second half team.
I mean, unless we're playing the Ratbirds or the Squealers or the Raiders, I mean, we don't get off the good stuff. We just don't. I mean, that's just the way it is. Hopefully I'm wrong. I mean, and we might. Who knows? But I seriously doubt. I think it's going to be a slow start. I think it's my personal opinion, Kerean. I really do think it's going to be a defensive battle. I really do think Lou has got something for these Giants because I just keep looking at it. It's not. You got OBJ. You got Cooper Kupp. And I watch on NFL Network. They're like, oh, he's had the greatest season in wide receiver history. Yada yada. That's true. I'm giving him all the praise. That's true. But when you go into Kansas City and you shut down Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, you can go in a Super Bowl and you can shut down OBJ and Cooper Kupp. I really do believe that. I think they got something for them that I think they're going to keep it close. I think we're going to be within striking distance. They'll go in, they'll make their slight halftime adjustments, and we'll come out the second half and we'll ball out.
And look, we did the unthinkable when we beat the Chiefs. And I'm not saying because we beat the Chiefs, I fully expected to go in there and hand their ass to them on a silver platter and say, hey, eat up, pussies. This is our time. I don't give a fuck about goddamn, hey, it's Patrick Mahomes here, and I've just come from the set of the Sesame. What is it? The Muppets? I'm out here. I threw a pick to Von Bell. Eli Apple nearly had a pick on me too. So we got that shit, and then they won the coin flip in OT. And you know what? I stood in my living room by myself with my hands up like this when they called the coin toss. And I just fucking looked at I said, game on, motherfuckers. Let's go. Defense needs one stop. That's all we need. Defense did it. They gave us the stop. We didn't have to deal with Jackson Mahomes no more. We didn't have to deal with Brittany Lane. We didn't have to deal with goddamn Froggy Fresh. We got rid of them. And every single game we've been doubted. We went into Arrowhead being doubted. We went into Nissan Stadium being doubted. Shit, the wild card game at home we were doubted in. And now we're worried about being doubted in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, bro. This is our time. Ain't nobody taking this away from us.
Exactly. Now, Ken here has a good point. He said in the slot, Hilton has gave up 3 catches. That is unbelievable. Mike Hilton has been an unbelievable free agent. I mean, he's been better than advertised. I was excited when we got him about the corner blitzes. He's a really good cover corner too.
Oh, he's a baller.
Yeah, I mean, because he said, I can't remember, it was in a Tennessee game. I think it was in a Tennessee game. He was mic'd up, and he made that play where he tipped the ball and tipped it to himself and caught it. he came to the sideline. He goes, I am the best in the league. And I actually think he is. And that's not just being biased. I think he's the best slot corner in the league, to be honest.
He said right before that play, I'm going to pick that bitch. What did
Yep.
he do? He went out there, he picked that bitch off.
Yeah.
You know what's up. This team knows what the fuck they're doing. And I know people want to talk, oh, look, I get it. Eli Apple is inconsistent. And yeah, Jesse Bates, this isn't the year people expected him to have. But every single player has showed up in the postseason. There's been one mistake all postseason, and that was from Samaj Perine.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he do? Went out next week, redeemed himself.
Exactly.
This team,
good.
It's so good. And it's normally the Chiefs, especially the past few years, they will be down, the Chiefs will, and then come out in the second half and blast people's asses off. What happened this time? They came out in the second half and scored 3 fucking points while the Bengals drove down the field and scored points almost every single drive. And then Money Mac, indoors? You let him kick inside? In a temperature-controlled stadium with no wind?
He might kick for 60 in there.
He hit from 60 in a windy September day in Cincinnati. What do you mean, bro?
Exactly.
He's going to knock it.
Haas says, shooter, Money Mac, going to get that record. He'll win the game with multiple field goals, at least 150 plus. And like just like Kerean said, dude, indoors, he could probably hit it from 60. He said that all year that he could hit it from 60. Now he's hit it from 60.
Hit it from 60 in practice.
In practice,
like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And that wasn't just off a tee or off a holder. That was in game situations. Long snapper, offensive line, defensive line, they were doing those drills. And he was hitting from 60, making it look comfortable. Do you know how scary? This dude's like a foot tall, and he's just sending rockets.
Now, Richard, you need to stop watching ESPN. Just watch our show. He said ESPN is talking smack about the Chiefs game and saying the Rams would have beat them too. There's no respect for our team. There's no respect, and I think, which is fine. Like I said, I'm like, keep talking. I said this over and over. Keep talking, because, like I said, that chip that Joe Burrow has, that chip that these guys got. I mean, I can't remember who it was. Another thing I was just up on the show before I fell asleep, but I didn't. One of the defensive linemen, I can't remember who it was, has a sweatshirt. It's FEM. F them all is basically what it is. And that's their mindset on this defense. You're like, you guys don't believe us? Screw you guys. We're going to do it anyway.
We've been given no respect all year, week in, week out. No respect. So these hoes got to be stupid if they think I'm going to give them any respect after we win it. Are you stupid? You come at me with disrespect and bullshit all year, and then we win the Super Bowl, and I'm supposed to be like, very good game. No, fuck that, bro. I'm going to show you motherfuckers the same disrespect you showed us. You see my Twitter name right now. It is Ho Shiesty. I am that dude. Nasty Natty is coming for it all, and I'm going to be so ignorant, bro. I'm going to be the most... I'm probably going to get a Twitter ban. I'm going to be ignorant as hell. If you showing us no respect, you getting none off me. I'm going to be in spaces with Zim and all the other Bengals fans. At any time a Rams fans gets on the mic, I'm be like, yo, you need to shut your whole ass up. We done beat you in the Super Bowl. Chiefs fans, we done beat you at home. Titans fans, we done beat your 1 seed ass at home too. And Raiders, you come into our house and got slapped about too. You would be stupid if you think I'm giving any respect to people who ain't respected us. If you respect us, we cool. If you don't respect us, get the fuck out of my way.
Exactly. All right, Natty says, Jeff, do you think Willie will get into the Hall this year? I'm hoping so. We'll find out. I'm 99% like which I don't even know if I can stay up and watch it tonight. I gotta be at work at freaking 1:45 a.m. But the NFL awards or honors is tonight, and that's when they're going to announce the 2022 Hall of Fame inductees. So yes, and we were talking about this yesterday with Josh from Back Row Bengals. I really think this is a perfect year for them to let Willie in, because the NFL likes stories, and what better story than the Cincinnati Bengals win the Super Bowl? They're 5-22-1, or whatever the heck Zach Taylor's record was. They won 4 games last year. Joe Burrow ripped his knee. They came back. They beat the odds. They won the Super Bowl, and now Willie Anderson, they're the best right tackle, I think, in football history, is in the Hall of Fame. I hope they do. I'm kind of planning on hearing his name, but we'll see what happens. What's your thoughts on Willie getting in this year?
Like we just talked about, there is no respect for the Cincinnati Bengals. No matter what we do as a team, get no respect from the media. I hope he gets in because that man is a legend. He damn near carried this team for a few years.
Yeah.
He needs to be in the Hall of Fame. And if not this year, we kick up fuckery. I'm talking something fierce. Get on Twitter, make your voice heard. Tweet at the NFL, the Hall of Fame Commission, that big boulder looking dude who goes and gives the awards out. Can't remember his name, but his hair is thinner than rice paper. I don't care what you got to do. Kick up fuckery online. Be loud. Be annoying. Annoy the piss out of people. Let them know that Willie Anderson deserves to be there. And you'd be damn sure when we win this Super Bowl, they're going to be looking at more Bengals for the Hall of Fame in future.
Absolutely. And that's the one thing I said too, is once we start going on this run and we get into being playoff contenders, Super Bowl contenders year after year, like I think we're going to, I think that opens the door up for us to get more players into the Hall of Fame like we should have. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that we haven't. I'm gonna get to Dennis's comment here. So when the Rams lose, it's going to look bad because they went all in on Matthew Stafford, all those draft picks, and traded for. Well, they signed Odell Beckham, and they did trade for the linebacker from Denver. Yeah, and that's the thing. Somebody said this too here is these two teams have won about this completely different. You got the Rams who don't give a crap about draft picks, have traded them all away, like Dennis just said, got a whole bunch of veteran guys. And then you got the Bengals who have done it basically through the drafts and free agency. They've done it, I can't say all through the draft because our defense is all 90% of them is free agents. So it's two totally different ways of building a team. And I'm wondering, is when the Bengals win, are more teams going to try to do it like the Bengals did? Because the Bengals are set up not only for success for this year,
next 10
but
years.
for years. Yeah, for years moving on. The Rams, even if the Rams were to win this, which they're not going to, they're only going to be good for this year, next year, maybe. They're not going to be able to afford everybody.
With their cap space and the no first round picks, they've got to win now or next year. And it really is the definition of now or never. They need to do something because Sean McVay is an incredible coach. But if he has no cap space, no draft picks, and all these veterans are retiring, there's nothing he's going to be able to do.
Right.
As good as a coach you are, he's not Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick's the only person who's been able to do something with nothing. And even in his worst year, he had like Randy Moss and shit.
Right.
So, yeah, it's tough.
It is definitely tough. Ken says here, from Willie to the Kens and Isaac, they all should be in the Hall of Fame. I completely agree with them on that. And I hate to say this, I don't think Isaac Curtis is going to get in because there's no chatter about him, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because I've said this before, they actually changed NFL rules because of Isaac Curtis.
If you have to change NFL rules, you are a Hall of Famer.
Thank you. But I don't think he's just not getting enough love, or people forget about him. People forget about the Iceman. He's the original Iceman, Isaac Curtis, So it's a complete sham that he's not in there, and he's not one to go out there like Drew Pearson and cry on national TV. I should be in the Hall of Fame. And blah, 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 blah. You never hear Isaac Curtis say anything, which I think is kind of a detriment to him. Maybe he should get out there and say, yo, look at my stats. They changed the freaking rule because of me. I'm the original 85.
He's a Bengals player. The second he does that, the media is going to shit on him. Oh, he's a diva, this, that, and the other. Something they wouldn't do if it was a player from another team.
Right. And that brings you to a good point. I heard this on Cincy Jungle, Orange and Black Insider podcast. I think John Sheeran said it. And this is a great point. Now, the Bengals had this great pep rally last year or Monday. 30,000 people down there, fireworks, people calling in on the Jumbotron, live interviews from the players on the field. It was awesome. It was very well done. And then the Rams had theirs at a high school somewhere in LA. Just if that was flipped by vice versa, because
Bro,
Mike
if the
Brown doesn't,
Bengals did their pep rally at Oak Hills, they would have got
right,
fucking crucified.
right. Because
Are
Mike Brown
you
doesn't spend any
mental?
money. Did you see the fireworks display? He blew I don't know how much money on that fireworks display alone. I mean, Kerean, it was free. I mean, yes, if you wanted something to drink, yeah, you had to buy that. And it was $5 to park. So again, I'm tired of this crap. Mike Brown's
That's the
cheap.
cheapest. That's the
Right.
cheapest in Cincinnati, bro.
Right. It was $5 to freaking park in downtown. You can't
And the
beat
tickets
that.
were free. That's the point people are forgetting.
Right.
30,000 people packed into that stadium.
And the
And
Rams
then
are
the
in high
Rams turned
school.
up. And the Rams turned up looking like an elder game.
Yes. They're in high school.
Bro, I've seen more fans at a LaSalle playoff game. What do you mean?
I mean, dude, it's not like I understand SoFi was being prepped for the Super Bowl. I understand they couldn't use it, but it's not like they don't have other stadiums in LA that they could
Bro,
have
it's
used. The
LA.
Rose Bowl,
It's
the
like the
Coliseum.
entertainment capital of on earth. Let's be real. It's fucking Hollywood, and they couldn't source bigger than a high school.
I mean, hell, they got Dodger Stadium that they could have used. I mean, baseball's not even going to play right now. So, and
Exactly.
they picked a high school? Like, come on.
There's a lockout, and you motherfuckers couldn't open. Oh.
To be honest, you want to know my opinion? I think they chose a high school because that's all they could get. They couldn't get that many fans. I really do. I don't think, dude.
Like I said,
Kerean,
they are fair weather fans in LA.
Kerean, if they had try to sell the whole damn stadium out in Cincinnati, they would have sold the whole damn stadium out. That whole stadium would have been packed to the brim, standing room only of Bengal fans. That's where that would have been. They could have done that in a heartbeat. The Rams had high school.
People would have done this if they said, hey, come stand under the bridge on a cold ass practice field. You still would have had the exact same amount of people gone there to show up, support the team. Yet in the Rams, they're like, oh, well, I don't know if I'm going to watch the Lakers this season because LeBron isn't playing. Jared Goff's not that good, so I might not watch the Rams this season. Fuck them. They're a bunch of fair weather bitches. I don't fucking give a shit about that whole fucking state no more. It belongs to Mexico anyway. Give it back to them. Move the sports teams to better cities that people give a shit about and stop fucking fussing over LA. I'm done with them.
Trying to get that Rob's comment here. He says, except this one, douche, who was like, I like Burrow, but for real, I think the other QB guy is way better. Like, who in the hell were you talking to, Rob? And whoever you were talking to doesn't know a damn thing about football. Because
just being honest, if I was Rob, I would not be on the show today. I'd be in jail for murder.
Jackpot Joey Burrow
QB guy
is the best. The best young quarterback in football, and he's better than Matthew Stafford. I don't care what anybody says. They keep saying all these numbers that Matthew Stafford had. Yeah, great. Matthew Stafford has a much better line than Joe Burrow does. He does. If Matthew Stafford if the Rams line was like the Bengals, Matthew Stafford would have went into a shell and balled up and cried to his mom. Okay. He would have been done. He would have had nowhere close to the type of year that Joe Burrow has. And that's what's killing me. Everybody's like, well, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. I'm like, yes, but look what Joe Burrow has went through. The man ripped his freaking knee in two last year.
I'll tell you this.
I'll tell you the same thing. At the beginning of the year. Not only did he play at the beginning of the year, he's balling out. Go ahead.
I'll tell you the same thing I say to people who always try and, well, look at his box score. He's got very good stats. Stats are used for the same reason a drunk person uses a lamppost, for stability, not for illumination. You feel what I'm saying? You got to watch film to understand what's going on. You can lean on your stats and go, oh, well, this guy's very good. He had a high quarterback rating and he slung lots of yards this season, lots of pass attempts. But then you look at the game and see what's actually going on, and that's what separates these two players. You could have 50 touchdowns in a season, but if it's all yak yards and it's all the receivers doing all the work, you're not a good QB. That's just the simple matter of fact. So that's how it goes sometimes.
Exactly. All right, Brandon here goes, the question should be if Lou can outcoach McVay. if he can outcoach Reed, then he can outcoach McVay. Andy Reid. I'll take Andy Reid over Sean McVay any day, to be honest. I think Andy Reid's a really good coach, and I'm glad Brandon brought that up. And I, like I said, I put my hand up. I wanted Lou gone. I called him Armadillo. He's Lou Anarumo. He has had a hell of a season, and he is on a hell of a run right now with his defensive calls. Just the mere fact that the slight adjustment that he made, where he, instead of rushing 4, he rushed 3, dropped everybody else back, and confused the crap out of Patrick Mahomes, made all the difference in the world. And yes, that's where I think they've got something for the Rams. So that's where I'm like, dude, I'm almost scaring myself about how confident I am that we're going to win this game. I mean, it's I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just I think we got this.
I don't think I know. I look, ever since 2018, I put my faith in Joe Burrow no matter what he does. Whenever he steps on the field, I have 100% faith in him. And that goes from, preseason, week 1, week 2, all the way up to his injury. Then the next season with the knee brace. He is that guy.
Uh-huh.
The understanding that he is not that guy. If you don't think he's that guy, then just fuck off. Go support another team. I ain't got no time for you. If he hasn't proved that to you already,
right? That's what I'm saying. What else? And that's kind of not only Joe Burrow, but this team. What else do they have to do to go? You know what? They actually have a shot. And the thing is, these experts. Okay, everybody's picking the Rams. Well, this is what I said last week or 2 weeks ago when we went to Kansas City. What's the point spread? Right now, it's 4. That's it. And it's a home game for LA. They're only favored by 4 points. And you guys don't think the Bengals have a shot? Get out of here. Yeah, I mean,
the people not realizing Joe is the X factor here. I'm sick. Look, when Andy Dalton come to town, was there T-shirts made about his sunglasses? When Andy Dalton come to town, did he have any nicknames besides Red Rifle or that ginger kid? Was there 100 nicknames for him? Was there millions of social media posts made throughout the season about Andy Dalton's greatness or Carson Palmer's greatness? No, there wasn't. Joe is a different breed of guy. I said this when he was drafted. I said, damn, the energy in this city just changed up like that. You had people like me, you, waiting outside a training camp on the bridge just to get a glimpse of these guys playing together, just to get a glimpse of what these guys could be. And I got to sit here and listen to some, well, Joe's not shown the experience yet. Bullshit. He's shown his fucking experience. Okay. He walked into a run-first team at LSU and threw 60 goddamn touchdowns, and I've still got to educate people on a weekly basis that he's that guy. Are you stupid? I have to listen to people week in, week out. Oh, he's not got an O-line. Well, he's only good because of his receivers. Horseshit. He's been this good since 2018. He goes in week out. He balls, he fucking throws loads of touchdowns, he escapes out of the pocket, and I am sick of the disrespect I have to do with this guy because I'm going to start fighting people on site when they tell me, oh, Joe Burrow ain't good. Well, you better get your hands up, motherfucker, because I'm about to take your goddamn jaw off you speak about Joe Burrow like that. I'm sick of it.
Man, the Boston is definitely coming out of you today.
I'm just sick of the disrespect this man gets.
No, but I want to go back.
What does he have to do?
I want to go back to your point where they're saying that Matthew Stafford is played in bigger games, which I think is bullcrap. Joe Burrow played a national title and won, and tilt Clemson, and that's where I'm like, Matthew Stafford. Yes, he made multiple comebacks. He played in Detroit. They stunk. He had to come back to have any shot to win these games. So, as far as big games go, Joe Burrow, in my opinion, has played them more than he has. And he's won most of them, So
Joe
that's
Burrow's
right.
Played 28 games in the league, and he's already played in 4 bigger games that's bigger than Matthew Stafford's entire goddamn career.
Let's just go with the playoff run. Okay, we had the home game here. Obviously, that was good. But you go, I can't emphasize enough. You go to Tennessee, and you beat them in Tennessee. You go to Kansas City, and you beat them in Kansas City. Those are 2 huge games. And if he didn't flinch then, he's not flinching now.
And Uzama's back. People ain't talking about that enough. Uzama's a beast.
Uzama.
Exactly. People forget, like, goddamn, this dude, he's a safety blanket for sure, but he's also a baller. What other tight ends do you see move like him besides maybe Kelsey?
I don't think CJ gets enough credit for as good a tight end
Doesn't,
as he is.
because he
I really
hasn't
don't.
got the stats.
I've said, yeah, but because this offense is not designed for a tight end. I've said that over and over and over again. I said if he's on another team where they actually use the tight end more, he would have huge stats. Now Jeff here
He's
says
at the
line is,
Ravens. He's a 1,000-yard receiver.
yes,
It's just
yes,
facts.
I agree with it. Jeff here says the line is moved is 3.5, which means money is going on the Bengals. Yeah, which I mean it. Well, that's because it was 4 before, so everybody's going to start betting the Bengals. So yeah, it's going down to 3.5, and it might be even money by the time we get there. Who knows? I doubt that.
It probably will be. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people put money on the Bengals.
Hey, Kerean, you were doing your job. You're cracking Crown up.
Hey, and that's the thing. I get fired up about Joe, but it's only because I've dealt with this disrespect for 4 fucking years. I had to deal with it when he arrived on campus at LSU, when he came and balled out, when he opened up in 2019, when he won a national title, when he threw 6 touchdowns in the first half of a playoff game. I still had to put up with disrespect, and then he came out in the Bengals, and I understand that the situation was horrible for him his first year in Cincinnati. But has he not proved that he's better than that? Has he not proved that, knee or not, he's a baller?
I've said this a million times on here. If he did not get hurt last year, we would have went 8-8. I guarantee you that. Rob here says Stanford played in playoff games with the Lions where he lost. And he goes, that's his experience. And that's exactly my point. That's where everybody's like giving all this praise to Matthew Stafford. Let's compare the two. What the hell has Matthew Stafford done? I mean, in college, Georgia, he didn't win anything. In Detroit, and people are like, oh, he's on bad teams. Detroit had some pretty talented teams there. He had Megatron there. I know they had a good running back. I can't remember who it was. They had a Dominican Sue on that team. So don't give me this crap that Detroit was crappy the whole time he was there. Detroit had some pretty talented teams that they should have done something more with, in my opinion. And Joe Burrow, he has an offensive line that is not very good, and we're in the damn Super Bowl.
Dude got sacked 9 times and won a game.
Huh?
Has Matthew Stafford ever been sacked 9 times and won a playoff game? I don't think so.
Not that I know of.
I mean, he hasn't been to the playoffs much, but right. Joe comes in, gets sacked 9 times, and still wins a game. Do you know what kind of psychopath you've got under center to just keep getting up and saying, that hurt, I don't give a shit. Let me sling a touchdown real quick. Come on.
Well, they were already saying this already, Natty. He said, come next year, the media will say that Justin Herbert is better than Joe Burrow. They're already saying that, which is stupid.
They're completely different quarterbacks as well.
Yeah.
They are both ballers. Don't get me wrong. Justin Herbert can throw a
Herbert's good.
Dime, flat-footed, but he is not the guy Joe Burrow is. He is very much, and this is a very British expression, so some of you might not get it, but he is all shirt and no trousers. He is very much a flashy guy, but the fundamentals aren't quite there. It's something I said about him pre-draft. He's going to be boom or bust. So far, he's boom. Second he hits a little snag, he's going to be bust material.
Mac here says Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow had the same number of playoff wins, which is very interesting. I did not know that. That's very interesting. Joe, by the way, I have a question for you. Has Joe lost a playoff game in college?
No, never.
Has Joe lost a playoff game in the NFL?
Not even close. I don't give a shit. You got money, Mac, and you think a game's going to be close. Are you mad? All you got to do is get to the 40.
Oh, dude. Okay, let's see here. Let's get to Richard. Did you see Carson Palmer now talking good about Joey B and the Cincinnati Bengals? What a hilarious story when he come back up here. Hilarious story when he had told Joey B not to come to Cincinnati. Yeah, exactly. Now Carson's all with us. Oh, yeah, it'd be great. Yeah. And one thing I like, I don't know if you saw this, when Jimmy Burrow was on Ace and Zim's show, that's when he said that he prefers the Jackpot Joey nickname over the other ones. But Coach Burrow came on and said that they never said anything about Joe Burrow not coming to Cincinnati. They actually wanted him to come to Cincinnati. They're very happy that he's in Cincinnati. And that just not to rehash old stuff, but that still pissed me off. the crap that the national media would say about that he shouldn't go there. Joe does. They would literally say Joe doesn't want to go there. Joe never said that. Jimmy, Robin never said that. None of the Burrows ever said. They didn't say yay or nay which way they wanted to go. Because like Joe said, he goes, maybe they decide not to draft me, which would have been crazier than hell, and I would have been really pissed off. But that's the point. He never said that, and he's happy he's here. We're happy he's here. The Burrows are happy he's here. We're in the damn Super Bowl. He's coming back from a knee injury. It's just all this stuff. It's going to come out. We're going to explode. We're going to win the Super Bowl, and everybody gets shut up.
You're looking at the start of a dynasty right now, and that's just facts. This Bengals team is locked and loaded as long as you keep the cap situation under control. And by the way, we've watched New Orleans and we've watched these other teams. The cap is a fucking myth. These motherfuckers are just playing Madden with the cap off, basically. So as long as you can keep your cap under control for the next 10 years, you have got a top level roster and you are going to win multiple Super Bowls. Now, I don't think he's going to go out there and win 6 more than Tom Brady, but he's damn sure going to win 3, and he's damn sure going to go down as the most...
He's going to win 8.
Oh, fuck yeah, he's going to win 8. And he's going to go down as the most talented quarterback in the history of the NFL. That's just how it's going to go. Now, I know Tom Brady is great, but the one thing, Tom Brady does not have a big arm. He is not mobile. He's a very average decision maker. But the one thing he does have is that drive and that grit to win. And that's why he's gone from pick 199 to the consensus greatest of all time. And that's the thing that's going to take Joe Burrow from the greatest college quarterback that ever lived to the greatest NFL quarterback that ever lived. And there will be no comparisons. Patrick Mahomes, he can fuck off. He's shit. Stafford, don't care about him. Herbert, he's got a big arm, but he's not all that. Joe Burrow is the future of this league. Just get to know that. I don't know who Lamar Jackson is anymore. I don't know who the Steelers have got under center. Baker Mayfield's a bag of shit. Why do I want to hear anything else about what Jackpot Joey is the guy? Let's just understand this. He is the guy. I say this week in, week out. He is that dude.
Yeah.
And he's put Cincinnati back on the map.
Exactly.
You're not just known for bad chili and La Rosa's putting the pepperoni under the cheese anymore.
Hush. It's good chili. Hush.
My biggest problem is La Rosa's putting the pepperoni under the cheese. That just gets to me.
You have to get over that, okay? It's good. It's good chili.
I asked for it on top now.
So I have a question. Since you love this chili so much, I got a challenge for you. And apparently some Bengals fans are doing this. I don't think I would ever do this. But I have a challenge for you. When the Bengals win the Super Bowl, instead of shotgunning a beer, I think you should shotgun a can of Skyline chili.
You want me to shotgun a can of Skyline?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
All right, yes.
Okay.
Woo, I want a video of that. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
We got 3 cans. So
there you go. All right, we need a video. When the Bengals win the Super Bowl, Kerean is gonna shotgun a can of Skyline chili. I'm here for that. I like it. All right, Kerean. It's a little after 6:30. Tell everybody about your podcast and your articles and the draft guide that you have coming up.
Yeah, head over to full10yards.com, full10yards.com/shop. We are going to have a draft guide up for you soon. I'm going to be in Pleasant Ridge Rotisserie Revolution tomorrow, just writing stuff for the book. If you want to come buy me a drink, come hang out. I'm just going to be doing book stuff writing, so you can get a little preview if you're interested. Until then, just follow me on Twitter at the Himbo F10Y. Follow the other guys at Full10Yards.
And make sure
busy. It's draft season.
And make sure you pay attention to him on Twitter. He's going to shotgun a can of Skyline chili when the Bengals
I'll do it.
You got to make sure you tag me in it so I see it, okay?
Okay, I'll tag you in it.
All right, bro.
All right, I'll see you later, bro.
Is it Sunday? I can't freaking wait. Who day? God, man, I cannot wait till Sunday. Okay. See, I was kind of sleepy when I started the show because, like I said, I fell asleep, and that's why the show was late. But, oh, my goodness, I cannot wait. I am so fired up for this. Like I said, I think we got this. I've said this a million times. I'm just getting more and more confident the more and more the national media keeps talking about how we don't have a shot and how the Rams have the better story. Yada, 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 yada. Keep talking. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And I appreciate every single one of them. They're Houday Nation, Houday Legion, Cincinnati Reds riding third, heading for home, Bearcat Country, Bearcat Ruckus, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and they follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trunapole. TikTok is at Iceman90. I'll be pulling off the sound later on tonight, putting it on the podcast. So if you miss any of the show and you just want to listen to it instead of watch it again, check it out. It's on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Leave a comment so more Cincinnati fans can find my podcast. I would greatly appreciate it. YouTubers, we're at 1,497 subscribers. I am so close to 1,500. Couple more people. Let's get there. Come on now. And like I said, I have over 2,000 people follow me on Twitter. I have, I don't know, over almost 2,000 or more to follow me on Facebook. I have almost 1,000 to follow me on Instagram. If you're watching me or you follow me on any of those things and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button, hit the bell for notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. It's Friday. We got a fun Football Friday show tomorrow. I have no guests right now. I am working on it. There's a possibility that Cap could come on from LA. I don't know. If not, I'm going to try to get somebody on. If not, it could be just me and you, and we'll have some fun on a Football Friday. The Friday before the Super Bowl that the Bengals are in. Can you believe that? I'm going to say it again. Tomorrow is the Friday before the Super Bowl that the Cincinnati Bengals are playing in. That is so awesome. I cannot wait. And other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Let's go. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers stripe the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Single stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes! Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move dancing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange on 'em, bingo bottle, never stop it till the beast of feastin' on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day,